Hello, hi, it's me, it's Bova Builds. Thanks for tuning in. Today on our speed build video, we have something special. We're taking a look back at our Twitch Livestream Zoo and looking at the final wing of the zoo. We're putting the final touches on there. I think we got a couple more underneath the belt, but it's something we're taking a look at with the next zoo idea. But right now, what we're looking at is a leopard house based on a building that you will find at the Akron City Zoo, Akron County Zoo, Akron Zoo in Ohio. It's actually a very close zoo to me, so I really should go check this out. But let me put up the image here on the screen. We're gonna take a look at this and we're gonna build this building based on the concept, based on the idea. We're emulating the nature, the vibe, the energy of this building with today's build. And as you can see here, I am messing around with the worst feature in Planet Zoo, which is the pathing tool, which, if I need to go on a tangent really quick, the pathing tool is one of those tools in the game that is impressive, it's powerful, and if you really break down what the paths do, then it's not necessarily a bad thing for you to work with. Let me back that up. What is the pathing tool, right? So if you really look at it, the zoo game here is based into a couple components. We have the guests, we have the animals, and we have the keepers that can move between there. We're trying to maintain our guests. The guests can only move on a path system. The paths themselves are something that we can place down and build around. When you're building anything, start with your path first. Your path needs to line up with what you're building. It's very important that you get that done right. We can always change the building later, but it's so hard, so difficult to change the path later. So get that done first, play with it, toy around with it. You're gonna be spending a lot of time trying to learn some tricks here and there about the pathing tool. There's no real easy, quick tool tutorial on the path. There's more of just a slam your head against the wall kind of idea and kind of see what works for you. Let's take a look at what we're building here. So this building is based on or emulating the look and feel of the Akron Zoo entrance building. It's a big wood building with a slant roof next to some cobblestone. It's a beautiful building, and actually I live particularly close to it. I've never visited it though, but I have been in Akron a few times, so YouTube meetup win, right? No, it's a beautiful piece, and I think it's really fun to emulate. I think when anybody needs to be getting some ideas for their zoos, for their builds, the best thing they can do is go onto Pinterest and get ideas, some architecture ideas, some concept ideas, kind of like what we have here. And I think it's a really pretty build, and it kind of matches the flow and the vibe of our Twitch Livestream Zoo here, the Franklin County Metropark Zoo, which we are wrapping up relatively soon here. So we have this speed build, we have another one coming up. I want to spend some time with this zoo talking about some tutorials that I'm getting requested. But beyond that, we're wrapping it up. We're almost done, and once it's done, we will release this onto the Steam workshop so y'all can play around with it and see all the really messed up shit that I put into it. So let's break this down. What are we building? So this is a 3-part building with 3 elements in the building. We have a little foyer, right? We have a bathroom to this side. We have an indoor look at the leopards. We have an outdoor look at the leopards. And then on the left side, right, stage left, stage right? I don't know the difference. Anyways, to the left of the building, we have a little bit of a rest area, relaxation, chill out tent. If you're vibing way too hard, you go there, you chill, you relax. You take a look at the leopards. It's a rather complex build, and really there are 2 building groups in this build, so it makes it a little complicated for us to upload this to the workshop or upload this to anything in particular, but I will do my best. I will upload this to the workshop, and we'll see how you guys like it in your own zoos, but I don't know how it's going to translate or if it'll translate that all that well. But we're playing with a couple different building tricks and building techniques where we're using the grid, we're using the half-meter sections, the 1 meter and the half-meter sections to shape the building how we want to. And it's not a 1-for-1 matching with the path underneath it. But that's okay, because what we're going to be doing is we're sliding in different assets. You know, your indoor buildings aren't just places for you to look at the indoor areas of your animals or an indoor viewing of your outdoor animals, right? It's also a place for you to hide maybe an information booth or a bathroom or some educational boards. Or maybe the backstage where your keepers can access the animals, right, through a lock and key system. So what we have here is a 2-stage indoor section, right? So on the right-hand side, they can see the indoor area for the leopard, and from the left side, they can take a look at the outdoor area, a small yard with a climbing frame that we're gonna get to later on in the video. But as you can see from the size of this and length of this video, it's a rather long build. I think it took me about 4 hours to put this together, and I don't even think I was truly done by the end of it. I think there was definitely some stuff that I needed to put together that you will be seeing in the live section of it. Some polishing up, maybe some like gardening in the front. You know, the easy stuff that doesn't really require much of a tutorial, but I mean, it's important for y'all to take a look at for sure. So we have our sections here with a one-way glass. I'm separating the barrier from the guests, mostly because I want the leopards to be able to stay in their own areas, make it super safe for the guests, make it super safe for the leopards. I don't want the leopards to be harassed by the guests, and I don't want the guests to be eaten by the leopards. Not that they can. We are placing not just any sort of leopard in here. We're placing the new Amur Leopard from the Conservation Pack, and now it's relatively new, but I know we're about 3 DLCs deep at the time of the release, so it's new to me, it's new to a lot of us. The game has so many animals that I think there's a very small minority of people within the Planet Zoo community who have actually used every single animal in their zoos. There's definitely a large list of animals that I've not played with, I've not built enclosures for, and I want to tick off those boxes in my next build. In the next live stream, I definitely want to take a look at the animals that I've not actually like played around with. All right, I want to look at animals that I've not played with, I've not seen, I've not made enclosures for, and I want to see what does it look like to build enclosures for like the wild horse or the prairie dog or you know, the chimpanzees. I've actually not built anything for the chimpanzees. Right, and I've had the game since release, so isn't that wild? But we're going to talk about that later. All right, we have a couple more weeks of this zoo to work with before we even attempt the the building process of the next zoo. So, you know, that's exciting. I'm really excited for it. I think we're building up some steam here on this channel, and I'm looking forward to what we can do with it. We might ramp up the execution of videos at some point. Originally, I was gonna plan on doing a couple more games on this channel, but since y'all are really loving the Planet Zoo content, I think I might keep that going for a while until we find a new park builder. I'm kind of looking at you over there in the sidelines, Prehistoric Kingdom. It's basically Planet Zoo with dinosaurs, and that's awesome. I love dinosaurs. You can probably see from like the bottom corner there my office, and there are some fossils back there. I have a couple raptor claws, a couple full skeletons, some juvenile ornithochirids, you know, some simple stuff going on back there. So I think that'd be pretty cool to play with my first love, you know, dinosaurs. But what are we doing here? We're playing with the lighting, we're playing with the frames, the structure. I mean, this is a relatively simple build. It takes a while to build something so large and to fill it and make it seem like a realistic building. Now obviously we're not playing too heavy-handed with the realism, right? I could definitely go into detail with the ventilation, the electrical work, the plumbing, and things like that, but you know, we're just giving the idea of it. I want it to feel a little bit more realistic than just putting down a building, a roof, and calling it a day. Right? I want to put in the lighting. I want to take a look at maybe some ideas for what wiring would look like, or ideas for what ventilation would look like, or plumbing or heating. Just the idea, the concept, giving you the feel of it, because you can really get in with the weeds of how you would place down these massive structures, and it's really important for architecture. I understand that completely, and I think there are definitely some merits and some value to focusing on the ventilation and pipe work and electric, and I think we can play with those in future builds. But for now, it's one of those things where I want to make it feel like we could potentially see this style of enclosure in a real zoo. And that's just my style. There's a lot of people out there who do fantasy builds. There's a lot of people who do super realistic builds, and there's a lot of people who do the kind of in between, like me. And that's important, and I want to highlight those kind of things. So there's no wrong way to play the game, that's for sure. So I'm going to let you guys go and enjoy the speed build. Take some notes, grab a drink, grab a snack, relax, and I'll catch you guys in the end with the live build. All right, see you in a bit. Don't go anywhere, okay? See ya. Alright, we are here in the live build of the game. We just got finished up with a couple of aesthetic features around the building here. So not something I really needed to show in the speed build, because I don't think it was indicative to how the building was being built. But I do love all of the autumnal colors and all the fallen leaves. It's really nice. And also we did a little custom sign up there for the speed build. Right, isn't that nice? Franklin County Metropark Zoo. That is the name of the Twitch Livestream Zoo we are in right now. So cool. It reminds me of like a 90s-esque logo, you know? So we're just coming around here. Behind us is the macaques and the ibex. We're coming around here, all over the side, to the conservation center. Yeah, we give it a name, and I think it looks fantastic, honestly. Like, with this tiny little detail, just having a little name on the side, it looks so real. Except for the giant cartoon leopard here. Thanks, Zombie Slayer. That's one of my Twitch followers. You can follow me over at Twitch while I still have one. But we're heading in, and as we can see, oh, we have some leopards in here that are already moving about. You can see them over here in their yard. So cool. I do love how everything is so goddamn broken in this game. It's so pretty. We're inside the conservation center here. The lighting is all set up. We have ATMs and a restroom and a little informational booth. This person with this flavor patch, is that a goatee? Oh, thank God, it's a goatee. I thought he has his tongue out. Yeah, you weirdo. Wave at the camera. This is their sleeping den. This is a nice little cool little den. These are one-way windows, so they're not gonna be able to see us. And they can come around the back end of their little enclosure. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. Look at them go. We head out here to the side. Watch out for that beam. We can step in to this little overpass by the lake here. This is the lake. That's our mountain trail lake. More of a little pond, right? But maybe someday we'll get to the other side of this pond, huh? Hint, hint, wink, wink. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. That leopard looks fantastic. I could have sworn that was an actual, well, except for that part. A nice recording of a leopard. And some, you know, amenities. Yeah, oh, they're looking out. Oh, that's right. I did set up a vista point on one of the rocks at the far end, so people can come over here and look out at one of the rocks. Really pretty. I think it looks fantastic. Ah, I am so excited for this. I'm gonna quickly change it to nighttime, and we're gonna see how it looks at night, 'cause I think that's even cooler. Oh yeah. Ain't that something? Ain't that just pretty? Alright, and that's all the time we have for today. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching and tuning in. Next time, we will hopefully get to the final habitat in this build. I know we have a couple of other things that we need to look at. Some of the liminal spaces between habitats, something that we're definitely going to do a couple tutorials, maybe like some walkthroughs on how to take care of those middle spaces. But for now, thanks so much for watching. As always, I am Bova Builds, and you are my favorite viewer. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.